Heyo guys, and welcome to another episode of Scorched Earth, and today, as you might be able to tell by the title, we're going to be taming some T-Rexes. So, that's the plan for today, as I said before anyway. But, last video we tamed up those Uties, and I've got 24 extraordinary kibble to show for it. So, not too bad, honestly. Also, I want to bring some extra trank arrows, just in case something goes wrong and I run out of trank darts. Do I think I will? Actually, yeah, I possibly might. That would not surprise me. Saying that, I think I want to turn 15 more of my bullets to trank darts. Okay. Good enough for me. Alright. So yeah, this is the plan. We're going to be trying to tame some Rexes today, because we're going to need them for the Manticore. And I prefer to do it now instead of waiting until, like, you know, right before we are about to do the Manticore and then realize, oh yeah, we're supposed to tame Rexes. So, I don't know, I prefer to do it now. Now, the reason I'm not taking the RGs is because I don't really care to, like, try to trinket from a high ledge. I actually kind of trinket off the back of a creature, so that's what we're going to be trying to do. And I know, well, one of them might have despawned, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure they're both still around here. Why'd all the leaves just disappear? Strange. Oh yeah, that's a Scorched glitch, isn't it? That's a nice looking bow, actually. But yeah, that's distracting me the least. But yeah, there's two high levels. Well, one of them is very high level. But I want to try and tame both of them. Now, both of them are male, which kind of stinks. That obviously, like, for breeding, you need a male and a female. Both of the ones here are a male, so that kind of defeats their purpose. The reason I'm taming them both is because both of them could have a higher stat than the other in a specific area. Such as, one of them could have higher health, one of them could have higher damage, or stamina, or something like that. So, that's why I want to tame both. Now I know one of them, if he's still around here, should be around this spot somewhere. Now, I remember seeing he climbed up this area at one point, so he possibly could be up and around. But that kind of worries me, because, yeah, I can't see them anywhere. I'm not seeing any T-Rexes. Wait, I saw something flash in for a second. What was that? I don't know. I don't know, I'm not seeing anything. And you're wondering why it's like shadows are doing. Holy cow! Oh my word! I swear I just holy cow! Holy cow! That scared the living daylights out of me! Oh! Well, that was a surprise. Whew, okay. Not the creature I was looking for. And, yeah, that was... Wow, okay. I don't know where that... So, basically, around here, I remember... And it appears to have, like, kind of disappeared. But there is a 140 T-Rex around this area. But it seems to have moved on. Doesn't seem to be around here anymore, which kind of stinks. Because I was excited to tame that. I shouldn't have put off taming it for so long. Should have tamed it sooner. Oh well. Unless it's walked all the way over here. Which is possible. It's definitely possible that it's walked a ways. But, yeah, unless it's walked all the way over here, it's unlikely that it's still around. And... yeah, I'm not saying it. Alright, well, that kind of scares me into thinking that maybe the other one's not around, because the other one was one I found in between videos. I think it was like... yeah, it was while I was hunting for the utility tame. There's the, Thorny Dragon. And while I was hunting for that, I found a 150 T-Rex. Now, I didn't mention it just because I didn't see the point in mentioning it and then it despawning or getting itself killed at some point. And now I'm kind of scared that maybe it isn't over here anymore. It, like, walked super far out into the dunes, so... it's possible that it's still around, just far out. But, I don't know. Because, yeah, the other one's gone, so... Hopefully it isn't, but it's possible, I guess. Oh, wait. I think that's it. I think that's 150. Yes, let's go. 150 still here. So that makes me think that the 140 is somewhere around. Like, if the 150 is still around, unless the 140 got itself killed, which I find unlikely because that was a 140. So unless that happened, it's like, yeah, the 140 is probably still somewhere around. Do I know where? No. But somewhere. Woo! Nearly dodged that. But yeah, might as well just knock out this thing. Now, we're actually pretty close to the ruins of Nosti, which means that most likely we're not going to have to worry about death worms, which is good. The less we have to worry about death worms, the better. Alright. I didn't even check how many trank darts this would take to knock out. So that's fun. That is very fun. And I've got those giant ants on me. Lovely. Amazing. Could be worse. Alright, well, at least we have the 150. Like, I want to keep hunting for that 140, because if the 150 is still here, then I feel like the 140 has to be somewhere around. I just don't know where, which makes it difficult. Also, like, this is like the main area for Rex spawning. So if you're looking to tame yourself a T-Rex, come to the ruins of Nosti. I'll show the coordinates in a second. If I knew where my GPS was, it's right here. So go around like this area. There's normally tons of T-Rexes around this area. I don't know why, but there is. There's normally quite a few. That melee... I'm not sure. I don't think that's terribly high. Because seeing as I don't have a saddle, 91 as a base in the wild, that's not that good. Although, I guess, to be fair, I also have the imprint buff. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, 130. That's better. But I don't know. It's still not a lot of damage. That's, I don't know. Hopefully, it has high health. That's what I'm hoping for. Because if it at least has high health, then this is a worthwhile tame. So, or even like high stamina or high weight. If it's just like average, then I basically just waste a ton of resources on it, because there's no point to taming a average Rex. Well, I guess as a first Rex it's useful taming an average, but once you tame one, you're looking for specific stats, not just any stat. Or correction, not just like everything's okay, you're looking for specific stats to be good. That's what I mean. So yeah, I'm not like, if this guy doesn't have anything as high, I'd be looking for a female Rex, or even more male Rexes that are high levels, and have high health, high damage, high stamina. Weight isn't that big, even stamina's not that big. I don't think I'm really going to be riding any Rexes around. So yeah, stamina's probably not anything too major. It's more of health and damage is what we're looking for. Is it torpor running? Nope. It is not torpor running yet. I'm almost curious to see when it will start torpor running. Oh, and do I have my answer? I have my answer. It started torpor running. Nice. Alright. Well, at least the 150's around here, so that's good. That is good. So now we just have to try and find that 140. Hopefully it's still around. And then we have to kill a bunch of Rexes that are gonna be, like, around the spots that Rexes spawn. To see if we can find another high level, but it has to be a female. Oh, hello! Are you the 140? No, we are 15. Ah. I thought that might be the 140. It looks very similar to the 140, if I remember correctly. Alright, yeah, we might have... Oh, hello. There's another T-Rex, are you kidding me? Wow. That female's gonna get in the way there. I have to wait a bit. That's a level 80. Nah, it's not very good. Yeah, 15 we're definitely not gonna tame. No point. But the 80 was a possibility for a tame, because that's not, like, great, but it's okay for Rex tame. Also, because there was a third T-Rex, I'm almost thinking that maybe the 140 did despawn or get killed. Because normally, there's only like 3 Rexes in this area. So, I'm not sure. Alright. let's go check out this T-Rex. Alright, well, we're not in the worst spot. Trank darts, we used around 30 to knock out, so nothing crazy. We should have enough when it comes to taming any other high levels. That is a mantis. Okay, let's be cautious. Alright, what are the stats we got? Oh, more. Wow. I'm almost positive, like, the health there is super low. I've seen, like, really high stats on Rexes, and that looks like a really low health. Damage even looks really low. This seems to be like a kind of trash Rex, if I'm going to be honest. Alright, let's pop these stats into Dodo Dex. If you don't know, if you go to Dodo Dex, there's like multiple tabs and everything. And you can actually search up and see what kind of stats you got for wild. Not once it's tamed, but for wild you can see if it's decent or not. Alright, so we have 12, 65 stam. No, not 65, just 60. 375 for the oxygen. 11100 for the that. 750 weight. And 210 melee. Yeah, this was all around average T-Rex. Yeah, the food was the highest stat all around. I will tame it just because it could come in handy. Like, as I said, base Rex is good, like, early. Like, as the first Rex you tame. Having a base Rex that kind of just has moderate stats, but nothing outstanding, is useful to have. So, I will keep this. I don't... Oh, there's a Megatherium over there. He's, got the bug buff. I'm gonna kill that. I'm not gonna do crazy damage, but it's only level 35, so it shouldn't be too hard to kill. Yeah, oh wow. Dude! A level 35 was doing as much damage as I was. That shows how powerful that buff is. It is insane. That buff is, like, really powerful. Alright, well, I'm gonna tame up this T-Rex. It's not gonna take too terribly long, I don't think. Let's see. Yeah, it's not gonna take too long. But, yeah, we're gonna tame it up. It says 4 kibble total, which is not too bad. Bam. I'm gonna tame this thing up, and then we're gonna see if we can find any other high levels, because we have some Rexes to hunt for. What are you... Jeffrey? Jeffrey, you okay? Okay. Anyway, yeah, we're gonna be hunting for some other high levels. I'll be back once we find something. Hey, okay. That's worthwhile. That's a 145 female. I can take that. I can take that. No, I'm not gonna turn the game down right now. Also, yeah, I am on the bird just because, yeah, I've been hunting for, like, Lord, I don't even know how long. I've been hunting for a while. I've been killing a lot of Rexes. So far, the only level, or decent level I've seen other than this one, which is an amazing level, but I saw a 115 female earlier. And I did debate getting it, but 115's... Shoot! Okay, that did not go to plan. Why are you always on my shoulder like that? No! He's right behind me! Okay. Let's move, let's move, let's move. Come on, Tanner. Oh, that was too close. That was too close. Whew, okay. But yeah, what was I saying? The previous best level I found was a 115 female. And I did debate getting it, but no. I decided against it. 115s generally aren't the best for, like, bosses and everything, unless that's literally the only thing you can find. But seeing as I found that 150 earlier, or way, like, earlier, like a few days ago, I decided, you know, it's fine. We'll just keep hunting for a while, and paid off. I found a 145 female. So, definitely paid off. Also, I never checked the stats after the tame on the T-Rex, the male T-Rex. For all I know, maybe the after tame stats did actually come out to be decent. Because I know my, base stats for the Rexes on the island was like, was it 9k and then 345? No, it was 9.5k health and like 340 something damage, I believe. So, no, 30 something. Anyway, yeah, it was something like that. But it was actually decent. So, and that was like the base perfect male, perfect female stat. So, basing off of that, we might like have that on the Rex, and so we might have something pretty decently close to our old Rexes. And as stated before, we're not going to go crazy into mutations on the Manticore. Don't really need it. Manticore isn't that powerful. Its main worry is the ability to knock out creatures. Because if you, and especially I want to try to hunt saddles down, because I think there's a red drop coming down over there. So once I knock this Rex saddle, I want to check that out, but I want to try to get a blueprint for a Ascendant saddle for a Rex, because I don't want to go into a boss, or the boss, with just straight primitive saddles, unless they're decent primitive saddles. So, I don't know, I want to hunt around, even if it's not Ascendant, it's like Mastercraft or something. As long as it's a decent armor saddle, I am willing to take it. So, I don't know, we'll see. Alright, well the Rex is running now, so that's always good. That means he's almost out, or she's almost out, I should say. So that's always nice. Alright, Tanner, you just stay there. So yeah, the sooner it goes out, the better, because then that means that we have a earlier tame. Well, basically it tames faster. Anyway, almost out. Oh, I really hope there's no bugs nearby. Please, no bugs nearby, please. I really don't need you to get mad at me. Wow, we're actually leaving Tanner quite far away. Alright. Oh, shoot, there's a pig. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, we need to bull out. And... okay, it's bullet. Okay. Should be out in a bit. There we go. And she's out. Alright, let's kill this pig. Yeah, it's only level, what, 20? Yeah, nothing great. Alright, easy kill. Easy kill, like easy XP. There we go. Yeah, that's another thing. I don't think I've actually mentioned, but I am now level 113. So I've actually leveled up 3 times since we moved to Scorched, which doesn't seem insane, but we also haven't been able to take on any wyverns. Once we start taking on wyverns, and potentially even alpha wyverns, that's when that's when I'm gonna really start leveling. Because right now I've only been taking on deathworms and alpha deathworms, so nothing insane, meaning not a lot of, you know, crazy health or crazy levels have been going on, because I haven't really been taking on too many difficult creatures. Deathworms are generally pretty good for levels, but nevertheless, I mean, it's still not like crazy insane. Like, the alpha wyverns are really good. And something I did add to the base, I also kind of want to show that off the base because I've done some improvements, but one thing I added to the base was a toilet. And you might be wondering, well, why did I add a toilet? Well, this video is probably going to go up before the... actually, no. No, never mind. I don't even know what I'm saying. This video is going to go out after that Genesis video. But, yeah. I found out that toilets give an experience buff if you poop in them. Yeah, the more you know. So, that's going to come in handy, in theory. So, yeah, that's always nice. So, yeah, if we can't find any more Explorer notes, or, you know, we've ran out of Explorer notes, which I find unlikely, but it's possible, technically. But yeah, I find it more likely that we can't find any. But yeah, once we, like, are not going to be able to find any more, we can use the toilet, and the toilet gives a 33% extra XP buff. So, that's pretty decent, to be fair. Especially just from pooping on a toilet. So, pretty good. Alright, actually, I completely forgot. I want to check the stats on this T-Rex. We have a 145. Okay, game. Not game. Dodo Dex, that's what I mean. I have a 145 here. Then we have stats. Okay. Yeah, that health is a lot lower than our old one. So, our old one definitely had better, yeah, it definitely had better health. Let's see. The damage I can tell straight off the bat is better than our old Rex, though. Because our other Rex had, was it 210? 210 damage. This is 10 level, or not 10 levels, like, I'd say 2 levels above the damage level of the old one. It has a lot less health. Stamina, I think, is around the same, actually. Basing off of Dodo Dex, though, it actually has a low amount of levels into speed, which is always nice. Yeah, most of the levels have seemed to have gone into weight and damage. Food got a decent amount of levels, and stamina also got a decent amount of levels. Yeah, not... Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, technical difficulties, basically. Yeah. I was actually looking back in the time that, like, stopped recording for some stupid reason, and I completely forgot. It actually was a Scorched video. I think the last Scorched video, actually, that I talked about the toilet, so I don't even need to talk about it again. But yeah, it wasn't a Genesis video. Who would have thunked? But yeah, toilets, I'm still surprised about that. Alright, so we have 30% tamed. Now, even though I said, like, yeah, sorry about technical difficulties, I might just skip ahead anyway, just to get this girl, it's girl, not a guy, man, I might just skip ahead to get this, tamed up, because otherwise we're gonna be here for a while. So, yeah, I'll be back once it is tamed up, because otherwise we're gonna be sitting around forever. Alright, so we're back at base with both the Rexes, and generally, they're actually not too bad. Like, the health isn't great. Like, on this one, health is not good at all. But the stamina is actually the best stamina out of the two of them. Weight is like 20 under the other one. And then damage is amazing, actually. That's like pretty good damage. Because over here, we have 391 on the damage, whereas we have 419 over here. So that's like, what, an extra... basically 20 levels. Like, obviously not exactly, but... yeah, that's quite a decent amount of damage. Extra. Or 20 levels, 20%, I don't know. I don't exactly know how many more levels extras into that. But this guy has a very nice health, like just a bit more weight, but very nice health. Now, obviously it's not as good as the one we had on the Ascension world. I'm still kind of sad about that, but I mean, I wasn't going into Scorched with no creatures expecting to get exact replicas and having like everything exactly the same and amazing and everything. I wasn't expecting that. So I'm gonna continue not expecting that. But yeah, we're gonna start these guys breeding up, I guess. Now, I don't really want to show off too many breeding processes because, like, I don't know. Like, we've already shown off the wolves for the most part. So I don't really care to show off a crazy amount of breeding. But we will be showing off a bit. So, the basics of breeding, if you don't know, is you're trying to get all the best stats between all your creatures. And normally, like, if it wasn't for the fact that I'm, like, this is Ascension world, we're trying to beat bosses and everything, I would actually just keep hunting and keep trying to find good level Rexes until I find amazing stats on tons of different Rexes. But, basically the idea is, you're trying to get both the amazing stats on both of them onto one Rex. So in this case, I'm trying to get the stamina and damage from the mother, and the health and the weight from the father onto one Rex. Or two Rexes, technically, but we're trying to get them both onto, like, a male and a, or both sets of stats onto a male and a female. So we're gonna have, and those would be the, as a lot of breeders tend to call them, the perfect male and perfect female. I do it as well. It's basically just to say, this one has every stat that I want, and this one has every stat that I want, and they have no mutations. So it's the perfect creatures. Now, after you get the perfect creatures, you want to work on mutations. Mutations is where it gets a bit more complicated. So, mutations is a area of the game that has a lot of chance behind it. It's kind of like the having twins or triplets with eggs, or even, well, when breeding. But the difference is a mutation will add extra levels onto a specific stat, or 2 levels, I believe. So it's actually kind of handy, and that's why a lot of like, when it comes to bosses, there's a lot of mutate. Because Rexes, in particular, are very good for boss battles. And so, like, let's just say we have this base 8k health. It's good. Like, it's not outstanding, but it's good. So, it's gonna be okay. But I prefer to get, you know, like, to 20k health. Now, obviously, I can do that via leveling, but then there's not a lot I can do into melee. So, what you can do is you can actually get mutations. Now, I'm probably not gonna be able to show that off this video. Breeding's gonna take time and everything, but, you know, I might be able to show off sometime soon. But actually, I can show it off with this one. So you can see here. These are the base stats without any imprinting or anything for the wolves that I have. 2k health, 13,000 stamina, 261 weight, 438 damage. This is the base stats. So this would be the perfect female, and this over here would be the perfect female as well. I also have perfect male, so I think it's, yeah, right there. Perfect male. The reason that I don't have perfect male in here is, as you can see, this wolf, which is pink, has a mutation. Now, that's another thing mutations can do. They can add colors. So, as you can see with this wolf, it added a pink. Onto the Rexes, let's see, real quick. I know I can pop onto the Arc Wiki and see about which color region Rexes have. So let's see. The color region for Rex is 1 or 0, 1, 4, and 5. So there's, oh, and here's another thing. Every creature has a total of 6, or the game has a base of 6 color regions. The regions for a specific creature can actually exclude certain regions. So if like a Rex, there's only 4 regions out of the 6. 2 of them are taken out. So you actually have 0, 1, 4, and 5. So, like, yeah, so for a Rex, I can have the main body, which you can see as the white here. And then the spine on the very back, you can see there's kind of like a brownish red and a white on the other Rex, and there's the spine. Then you have the back, which is on the white Rex, that kind of green. And I think it's, yeah, it's actually green on the other Rex too. So those green on top of the white or the black for the other one is the back. And then, lastly, we have the belly. So this right here is the belly, which can also get a color. So those are the 4 colors for a T-Rex. Now, I don't really care to look what a wolf is, but as you can see here, this is one of them. And now it goes on to the mutations, or outside of color mutations. Usefulness is, as you can see, space stats. The main thing I'm focusing on here is the melee damage. So we have 438.7. If I go over here, this wolf has 452.3. Now, to label how or what it has, you can either just kind of guess or, like, you know, kind of write it down somewhere. What I like to do is actually like to name it. So in here I put it D1. Another thing you can do is melee 1, or you can like write it as whatever you want. Yeah, like I do D1 just to say damage 1. That says is 1 damage mutation. Yeah, you can see it has 1 mutation into or melee. And another way you can tell if it has mutation, there's 2 ways to easily tell. If you don't have a perfect pair, like I do, like I have the 233, oh, we have a storm, that's lightning. We have the 233 is a female, and the 233 is a male, and there's a perfect female and perfect male. So every baby, unless it has a mutation, will come out as a 233. If it has a mutation, it will come out as a 235, or when I'm breeding with these guys. If I can continue breeding and I get an extra mutation, it'll come out as 237. Mutations will add 2 levels on top of what you already have. So, this guy comes out as a 235, and any offspring of it has an extra mutation, is a 237. But that's if you have perfect creatures. If you don't have perfect creatures, what do? How are you gonna know if you have melee mutation? You guys shush. Oh, sheesh. Like, seriously, why are they so loud? I did not mean to push that button, though. But yeah, come on, you guys shush. But yeah, how can you tell if you don't have perfect creatures, you know? Like, obviously, you know, you have creatures, like, if they don't have this color. Not everything has the full 6 colors, so if it doesn't have a color mutation, on the outside, how are you going to know if it has mutation? This is how. If you go into Show Ancestors, you can see up here it says Random Mutations. Over here it says 0 out of 20, and this one says 1 out of 20. And what that means is, you can have a 20/20 mutation in total. You can cheese it a bit to mess around with that, which I'll kind of explain, I guess, but for now I'll just explain this. So you can have 20, I think that's the mother's side, so you can have 20 mutations on the mother's side, 20 mutations on the father's side. So let's just say, like in this case, if I was breeding this male and I got another, from both of them, I got another 235 that had the melee mutation, but it was a female. I could breed those two together, but then it will say that it has one mutation on both sides. Now, that doesn't increase this melee damage at all. Like, nothing. The reason is because it's the exact same mutation. It doesn't add on because it's the exact same mutation. But it will still count as 2 mutations. Now, how can you add extra mutations? Because you might know you can have creatures with like 50 mutations, 100 mutations. Now there's like a max level cap where you can't reach if you cryopod or like transfer or like do anything strange with your creature, or like your creature is poof. But there you can basically infinitely mutate. Now there's a limit obviously because of leveling, but you can basically infinitely mutate. How can you do that? Well, that's why you breed with the perfect creatures. You get the perfect females, in my case, and the male. The reason you want perfect females instead of perfect males alongside, like, mutated female, is because the male can breed with multiple females at once. Meaning I could have, like, 4 females here, and it would breed with all of them, and then I have 4 times, or, like, 4 babies coming out at the same time, meaning that I have like more chances to get mutations out of it. So it's kind of handy. That's like why, and the reason, there we go, the reason you want to use perfect females is because they have 0 mutations. So every single mutation that's going to come up is going to be on one side. It can go on either side, like, so in this case I can have another mutation pop up over here in this 120 area. But I can also have another mutation pop over here, so it's a 1/1. But when you continue breeding, the baby will come out with both mutations on one side, which is kind of handy. So you can have both mutations on one side, and you can use that to keep pushing. Like, let's just say eventually you reach the cap over here. You have 20/20 mutation. Over here, it's still 0 out of 20. What you can do is, it's going to be harder. You're going to have half the chance of getting mutation now, because now you can't get a mutation over here, only over here. But if you get a mutation over here, you can actually continue breeding with the perfect creatures and push the mutation from over here over to here. And that number becomes 21 out of 20. So it's not capped at 20 out of 20. It can actually go over that. So you can keep doing that and get like 50/20. Like 60, 70, 80, like you can just keep going up and up and up. It's insane. You can go to like really high numbers. Alright, we have 2 Rex eggs. Let's just hatch those for now. Yeah, you can go to like pretty good numbers. Alright. So now we're going to show off the whole perfect system. Well, saying that I actually get one. I'm actually like really making this video kind of long, so I want to kind of cut myself off soon here. But we're looking for the 6k health, the high, so this stamina, we're looking for the 880 weight. Now, I don't particularly care much for the weight, so we're not going to like care crazily amount for the weight. Now, these two have the exact same stats. What you want to do is, if they don't have the good stats, is either you want to put them to the side and grow them up, just kind of have them around for 0 reason, or, sadly, kill them. Now, it comes to this. This guy has the 8k health, which is what we're looking for. It does have the low stamina, which is kind of sucky, but whatever. It has the high weight and high damage. The only thing we're trying to add to that is the high stamina. So this guy, sadly, is still useless. We still don't need him. We're still just trying to look for a high level. So it'll probably be over 226 if it has all of those stats. It would most likely be over 226. And it will have the 8k health, the, was it no, almost 19k stamina, the 880 weight, and the 420 damage. It'll have all of those stats if it's a high level and it is the perfect male or perfect female. Otherwise, not useful, like, at all right now. So, yeah. Anyway, that is a, like, kind of how to tame Rexes and kind of breeding and mutation guide thing in one video. It made this video a lot longer, so I'm kind of sorry on that one. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed, because I don't know, I try to put as much detail as I could into it from what I've learned so far. Now, I'm sure there's plenty of stuff about mutating and breeding and everything that I don't know. And if that's the case, maybe post in the comments, tell me about it. I'm sure there's something I missed or something I don't know. So if there's anything you saw me miss, bring it up in the comments. If I can remember to check on this video, I will talk about it and see if I actually knew that, or maybe you taught me something new. Or maybe I did actually go over everything. Who knows? Anyway, continuing to prolong the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time for another Scorched Earth or Genesis video too. So, anyway, hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time.